welcome to the Easily Excitable podcast. My name is Top, and with me this week is Shoban. Hey man, how's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
Things are going all right, thank you. Yeah, I've had a lot go on recently. It's been a wild month. Was February, and now I'm just like kind of reflecting on it a little.
Yeah.
On Thursday, I put out a journal post that was just so many things that are just stacked up in my brain. I wrote like 1,200 words, and I was just like, oh, all this stuff was just hanging around in my brain, and now, should try and, definitely, just get it out of my head. And then, like a month ago, I started a job, so I've been working for a month now, although it doesn't feel like it because the first 3 weeks I did 2 days only.
Oh, wow.
And I've done 2 full weeks, and so that's all I've really done. I only did 2 days on the first week because they called me on Tuesday. On the Wednesday, were like, you're starting tomorrow. And then I worked the Thursday, Friday. Then the next week I was working Monday, Tuesday. Took a trip to the UK that was already planned from Wednesday to the following Wednesday. Worked that Thursday, Friday. Then did a full week. Then I've done another full week.
Jeez.
And so, it's just a bit crazy that that's all been going on. Came back to the States on my temporary card, the travel permit and what's it called? The other thing, work authorization thing.
Right.
And then got back not long after I got back. I got the letter saying that my appointment for my green card interview is at the beginning of April. So that's, as of the day this comes out, 3 weeks away.
There you go.
Which is good. That's fun and exciting, and that'll be the last step before I obtain legal permanent residency in the United States.
Okay.
Which might open up some avenues and opportunities, but right now I've got a job I'm happy with. Okay, I'm only temping right now, but they seem to be quite positive on me, and there's some other signs that things might be going okay, such as them asking, what size t-shirt do I wear, etc. And so, it's been quite a wild month. Last night we were out, because it was first Friday.
Right.
And we saw some people that we usually play trivia with, and the whole of February, like, Rachel went to trivia once while I was in the UK, and that was the only time in February where the trivia group kind of got together, and I wasn't there, I was in the UK. So I skipped the whole of February seeing this, like, big group of people we usually see every week.
Right.
I'm just like, oh, this is really, really odd. and so, caught up with them last night, just happening to bump into them downtown.
That's awesome.
Like, we went out for a meal with my drummer and, like, his wife and his parents, just because they were around, and we're just like, oh, you doing anything? Let's go out, have a meal, have a chat, and catch up and have some fun. And it was a good time. We finally, like, kind of decided on what direction we're going with the music we're writing as well, which is exciting because before it's kind of just been directionless and
Absolutely.
we've not really achieved much.
Right.
And then he's like, and then I started playing something, and he was like, oh yeah, maybe we should go in that kind of direction. I was like, well, you're in for a treat, because I've already written, 2 albums worth of this style of material that we can just rehash and, like, try and learn and, like, take elements from. And so, I've been playing a lot of music. How have you been? What's been going on? Any other stuff that's been happening?
Yeah, I've been good. It's been just really busy. Trying to get everything, like, I feel like this year has just all been adulting and, like, work focused. So I've been in the role for about almost 2 years now. So at this point, it's like I'm more sales focused. So before it was kind of dealing with my existing book of clients and making sure everybody's happy and everything's good. But now, because we're at the point where everyone's kind of happy and we're set up, it's like, okay, let's try to bring on more clients onto the desk. So it's been doing the whole calling people, door knocking, all that stuff, trying to be like, hello, Mr. and Mrs. Business, would you like a loan from the bank? And just kind of going through that. Been doing a lot more. I've been working out a lot more. I got a personal trainer at the gym, so I've been just going through everything there, just because he does he does weight training as well as boxing, and I
Yeah.
wanted to get in shape to do more active sparring. So
Hmm.
he kind of we kind of have been working together on basically developing a plan where you could build muscle but still do a lot of cardio.
Yeah.
So it's like my diet. I've had to change my diet significantly. I've had to go through just like regiments where I'll do like 3 days in a week of weights and then 2 days of cardio, and just trying to find like a healthy balance between all of it. And yeah, like so I've just been doing that back and forth, just going through everything, and it's been it's been crazy. Like I was like, okay, I'll just do this for a while, and then I'm like, oh my god, 3 months have passed. What happened?
Hmm.
Where did the time go? So
Ah,
it's been
nice.
it's been a very different lifestyle the past few months than it has like previously, which is very strange.
Hmm. Cool. Yeah, I've definitely not been exercising as much as I want to. I
Right,
think that's. I've been writing about that on Tuesdays, just trying to figure out like where to to balance everything that's going on. Just
right.
because from before I was at home all the time with nothing to do, and now I have a job where I get up at 5:30 every day to get down to start at 7
You're right.
and finish at 3:30. Then I'm off, and I've got to make sure that I do some exercise, but I also want to be playing music, playing guitar, and I've got to find some time to chill out, and I've got to make sure that food's cooked and stuff. If I
Absolutely.
say I'm going to be cooking, so it's just trying to find all that balance right now. That I'm just, oh, what is going on in my world? It's just, yeah, it's really strange
Yeah. Well, it's
to
also I feel like
yeah.
everything's like brand new, right, for you as well. Like, so
Hmm.
it's gonna take a while for that stuff to adjust. Like,
Yeah,
it's just because you have so much stuff going on all at once. Like,
yeah, absolutely. And like one of the things that people have been asking me, and like this happened yesterday when we ran into someone.
hmm
Uh, they asked like, "Oh, how are you like in the United States? You've been here what 10 months?" So I've been here 10 months,
right?
but I've only had a job for one, and
Yeah,
so I've only really been like contributing to society and actually feeling like I'm earning my place here for 1 month. And so the other 9 months I've just been sitting around doing nothing, just waiting for stuff to come through and
right,
writing music and learning to cook and all that stuff. And while that's all good and fun, I'm not experiencing anything to do with the country.
right.
It was kind of isolating a bit, but it's like, and now that I'm actually out, I'm talking to people. I'm seeing the same people every day because I'm working somewhere, which is good.
Absolutely.
It's given me something to do, but it's also given me a much um, broader context of like when people ask, "Oh, what do you make of the United States?" Actually giving me something to answer with.
Yeah,
So like I found that quite interesting. Like, but people are like expecting opinions from over the last 10 months, and I don't have opinions for 10 months. I have opinions for 1 month,
right.
and it was so wild that like I've had to come to that revelation.
Absolutely. No, I absolutely understand where you're coming from, because it's almost like, trying to explore a place where you went to school and then going back to the same place when you're an adult and you're working. It's like
Yeah,
when you're in school, it's like you're focused on school, you're not doing anything else. You don't have the ability to explore a lot of places because your income's low, you might not have a car, anything like that. But then once you're an adult, you kind of you have to deal with people all across the board, and it's like,
yeah,
okay, you can experience the area a lot more, and you understand a lot more, and you learn, about all the great places that are there, and it's a very different experience.
yeah. So when I was living in Southampton for my degree,
Hmm
like 20 miles up the road, somewhere I've never been. I've never been to Stonehenge, which was 20 miles up the road. It's on. I passed it every time I drove down to and from Southampton, but I was always like only on those journeys, making those big journeys because I was heading home or heading to uni,
Right,
and so there was never time to divert when I was there. And now I'm just like, why didn't I go? And I know that at the time it just wasn't feasible for me to go,
right,
and like we never made a trip to go there or anything like with friends or anything that were around.
right.
But yeah, it's just so yeah, it's just like, oh, I've missed out on this massive touristy thing that's world renowned. Like, just because it never occurred to any of us to go and check it out. And like, not far from where I was as well was the grave of what's her name? Lisa Meitner, who's a chemist,
right?
Chemist, physicist. If anyone should have won a Nobel Prize for physics that didn't, it's probably her. Actually, in my mind. Anyway, that's part of me like caring about the Nobel Prize and then being like, yeah, I will do all this stuff about the Nobel Prize, and then not doing anything about it. Like, oh well. But yeah, not experiencing areas you're in. So yeah, now I've got this capability to actually contribute and like figure out what's happening in the world, like,
right,
and what's going on in the world around me. It's pretty cool. Although at the moment it's pretty scary to go anywhere.
Absolutely.
Because everyone's terrified about coronavirus. So it's just like, you know.
How's that affecting sort of your work and kind of your area? Because it's a huge thing over here.
I mean, where I work's quite in the country. Okay. It's 45 minutes south of where I work, and we already live like an hour and a quarter or so south of Atlanta.
Okay.
And so right now it's fine, but who knows what's going to be going on?
Of course.
But you're in a city, right?
Yeah. So I'm
much more dangerous.
I'm in like the greater area.
Okay.
So I'm not close. I'm like maybe a 30 or 45-minute drive to the downtown core where a lot of people work. But yeah, it's still a huge thing because, you know, the airport's right there, and a lot of people take public transit here versus driving, especially when you get to the core. So it's very easy to spread because, you know, when you're on a bus or a subway and you're getting to and from work, there's really there's no personal space. Everyone kind of bunches up together, and that's a very dangerous thing because that is very easy to have it spread. And we've had already, I want to say like 5 or 6 cases in just the area. So it's, everybody's like, we should probably just like they don't take anything lightly. Like they've been. If people are suspected of being like having something, even if it might just end up being a cold, they do like self-isolation. They clear out everything. It's a madhouse.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you see Bungie's response to everything that's going on?
No, I haven't.
So Bungie have very quickly changed their policies and their workstation set up so that all of their employees don't need to can work from home.
Okay.
Rather than all being in the studio. So they changed all of their infrastructure and like processing for everything just so that they aren't contributing to the spread of this virus, which I thought was fascinating. They posted about it on Thursday and
a lot of businesses have done that here too. They've basically done the same. Like I have a friend, he's like on the operations side of a company. And you know, they go into work. They basically go like work 9 to 5 and everything. They've split the team into 2 groups where a lot of the senior staff, including him, he gets a laptop and he's gonna just go work from home and VPN in. And then a lot of the junior staff, they have to drive to their business continuity planning site. So they're all just trying to stay away from the downtown core and reduce the chances of that stuff sort of happening. So it's crazy, like the way that people have kind of, and it's all kind of like quick response. The fact that they're like, okay, this is a thing, we should plan for this. All right, and go. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything like that. So in the business contingency plan for where I used to work, because it was all like, oh, if we're hacked, or oh, if there's a fire, oh, if the site's taken under siege, and all this kind of stuff. Not if there's a big virus that's going on that could infect millions of people. It's so strange that that's not something that's considered, despite it happening 3 or 4 times over the past 20, 30 years.
it's nuts. Like the fact that we're gonna see, I guess, what is it called? I guess biological warfare as a contingency now for
Mm-hmm.
business continuity planning is going to
Yeah.
be unbelievable.
Yeah. I guess more pandemic,
Yeah,
endemic
yeah,
things rather than
right.
biological warfare. That's
That would be yeah,
that would be atrocious.
that would be
Um,
terrible.
yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We just
anyway,
went. We
let's
just
talk about something a bit lighter.
yeah.
What have you been playing and enjoying recently?
So I've been going through, been playing a bit of Pokemon. My
Uh huh.
sister got me the game for Christmas, so I've been playing it here and there.
Nice.
I've been trying to finish up Dragon Quest 11 as well because I'm like I'm pretty sure I'm 80% done the game, but
Yeah.
it's such a long game and it's such a good story where it's like okay, I need to I if I get to the point where I feel like I'm just trying to speed through everything, I'm like nope, I need to like stop playing it for a while so that way I can at least enjoy the story.
Yeah.
What else have I been playing? Oh, I downloaded the Final Fantasy VII remake demo, and I can't wait
Mm-hmm.
to play that. That looks amazing.
Yeah,
Uh,
I really want to give that a go.
yeah, like it's just the fact that because I've tried playing the original Seven a couple times, and like I never got to play it when it came out. So
Yeah.
playing it now, like afterwards, it's just kind of like it's tough because a lot of the game mechanics and stuff like that, it's really old, and so you're
Mm-hmm.
like, and because I never played it before, I never got to experience it, so I don't really understand all the game mechanics. So
Yeah.
it's hard for people, I guess, for like new people trying to get in. But this would be perfect. And then
Yeah.
what else have I been playing? I've been playing a lot of WoW Classic just because
Yeah.
that community it's very interesting. Like I got added to a guild when I was playing one time, and they have like their own Discord server, and they're like actively trying to run people to power level them and get like gear and best in slot and everything too. So it's like, oh, this is great. There's actually people who like care and like want to play the game. So I'll play that like once in a while just to kind of get my character up and see how far I can take it. So yeah, that's been like the
Cool.
rotation for the past I want to say month or so.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, I've been playing Path of Exile. Of course, I've been playing Path of Exile. I'm always playing Path of Exile. There's a new league starting the day after this podcast comes out called Delirium, and I'm very excited for it. I made Rachel a build plan. I've made myself 2 build plans. I'm not sure how either of mine are going to go. I'm certain Rachel's is going to be really consistent, actually.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how mine's going to come together. I hope it comes together well, but not. Yeah, I'm still not 100% on that. But
Right.
it's yeah, it looks like it's going to be interesting. I'm excited about the changes, but there's still patch notes to come, so we don't know exactly what's going to change.
Right.
On Tuesday, Destiny 2 gets its Season of the Worthy update,
Okay.
which is cool. That's exciting. That's fun. That's just, I don't know. I'm still playing it a bunch. I should be raiding later in the day
Right.
with some of the people. Did you switch over from PS4 to PC?
No, I still
I'm
have
just
the
curious.
PS4 version still. Yeah,
Okay.
I never made the switch over. Do they?
Okay.
Can you import your character, or is it? Do you have to do like
Yeah,
a
there's
fresh?
cross save.
Oh, is
There's
there?
cross save and it's free on Steam. So
Oh man. Okay.
is that dangerous knowledge?
That is dangerous knowledge. I did not know about that.
Oh man, yeah. Check it out because yeah, if you're on PC and you want to play, just let me know.
Absolutely.
'Cause we're
Oh
just,
my goodness.
yeah, me and the lads are playing, and I'm playing with the Good Guy Gamers again.
Okay.
And that should be fun. We're just trying to get through the raids at the moment.
Right.
Just different groups of us. With the new season coming out, the power cap's going up to 1,000 with 1,010 for pinnacles. So
Oh wow.
the lads are very keen to get nice and high because Trials of Osiris is back, and that's going to purely rely on gear score rather than pumping artifact levels, which is a whole bunch of things you probably don't know about if you've not been playing recently.
Yep.
And yeah, that's all going on. Wednesday, Ori and the Will of the Wisp comes out, which I think
Oh.
Rachel's excited in playing. I'm kind of interested in playing it as well because I like those side-scrolly kind of games.
Absolutely.
And then the week after, Animal Crossing comes out. Rachel's excited about playing that.
Yeah.
I'm not particularly excited about playing it, but it also gives Rachel something to do while I'm like, yes, I will split my attention between Destiny and Path of Exile, and she can just be like, Animal Crossing, yeah. And then, in April, there's a game coming out that I found out about this morning, but I should have been paying attention to it way more, like, in the past, because it looks like my kind of game. There's Minecraft Dungeons coming out, which is an ARPG set in like the Minecraft universe.
Okay, I heard the basics of it, but I didn't know when it was coming out. That's insane.
Yeah, so it's just like a Diablo-esque game set in Minecraft and based in Minecraft. I'm just like, I just want that. That'll be fantastic. That's coming out in April, and I'm like, wait, we're like a month and a bit away from it coming out, and I'm just finding out about it. That's wild.
That's nuts.
So, yeah, I'm very excited for that. I want to look at it, see more about what's going on with it. And it's definitely something, like, I'm sure I will enjoy, and based on previous games that we've played, including Path of Exile being an ARPG,
right.
I'm sure it's something Rachel will enjoy too. So it's like, yes, this is another game. It's like a really odd time for really good games to be coming out and, like, updates happening. So I'm like, this is the best time of year right now.
It's so I didn't even know, like, this is insane. Like I never knew. And also, isn't like Final Fantasy VII Remake coming out next month too?
Yeah, it comes out in April, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Does it come out on the 20th?
I think
it's something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's so soon. And I think that's just part one. I'm not sure how much of it.
So I actually found out a whole thing about this, and I was talking to somebody who's a huge fan. So originally it was supposed to come out in parts. But then they saw how much of a failure that was when they did it for Hitman. I think they're releasing the whole game. Right. Like, it's the whole game.
That's why. That changes so much. Oh my god. Yeah, no, I played it up to the end of the first disc. There were 3 discs for the first game.
Right.
For the original. So, like, I want to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see
did
you see the trailer for it? Like...
Yes, yeah, the like 5-minute one. Oh,
yeah.
Yes. Oh, looks so good. But yeah, it's crazy. It's such a crazy time. Like, I just wasn't expecting many games to be coming out, and then all of a sudden there's like loads of things I want to play.
Yeah, like it just all at once.
Happening?
It's so strange because it also feels like a couple months there was a few games that came out, but I was like, it's not really for me. I'll sit these ones out. And then all of us, now it's like, you think about it, April's gonna be like, I don't know, like, it's just no one's gonna talk to each other because we're just all gonna be in these different games just playing. It's gonna be nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, unlike, I think I need to do a quick bit of research, but I'm pretty sure Minecraft Defenders is gonna be a multiplayer style game for like team of people to play. Let me just have a quick look, because usually ARPGs are multiplayer style games anyway.
Right.
Multiplayer, up to 4 players can play local and online co-op. That's so good. It's like exactly what we want. It's like Diablo. And it looks so good. That could be a great, like, depending on like how long the game is, like a great party game.
Right.
But yeah, I'm suddenly very interested in it. I'll say that. But yeah, it's just what a wild time.
Yep.
Yeah. I kind of want to talk about music a little bit.
Absolutely.
Like, I've been playing guitar with a drummer, and we've been we're trying to find a bass player that will fit in with us and see how things are going.
Right.
And yeah, we've kind of like settled on a musical style that kind of at the moment sounds a bit like Placebo and Cure-ish, but like no vocals and just some instrumental fun stuff right now. If we can find a singer, we'll find a singer, and we'll try and make them into like songs that accommodate lyrics. But right now we're just trying to keep it interesting and just play relatively clean guitars. Which originally we were just like, oh, we don't know what we want, and then.
Right.
I was just like, I'll play anything. He was like, how about punk? And I'm just like, okay. And then, like, I never really got into it. Ended up throwing, like, a load of heavy metal stuff I've written towards him. And he was like, I'm not really sure. And I was like, I got this thing. And then I played it. He was like, yeah, that sounds good. I'm like, good. Let's just go along with that and see where we get. And,
Perfect.
yeah, hopefully there's a bunch of stuff I've already got written that we can just work through and just see if we can figure it out and actually put it into full songs. Because so far we've not written anything complete, but there are a bunch of ideas that have come out of us just chilling out and writing stuff.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, we've created a lot, but we've not written anything, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, but aside from that, I've been trying to listen to music,
Right.
but I haven't really. I've been listening to podcasts more, mainly because I've been driving.
Right.
And I've only been like driving back for a month or so. I've been like, oh, I can listen to podcasts again.
Yeah.
And like in the past, I've always like listened to podcasts while I was driving, but obviously wasn't driving for 8 months.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, during those times, I was like, oh, I don't have any motivation to listen to any podcasts. I don't need to listen to anything. Also, like when I was off, like. A few of the people I play games with regularly, actually daily, we'd chat because they were also unemployed, looking for jobs,
right?
And just trying to figure out what's going on in work. Like one of them's employed, but he gets off at like 3 p.m. his time, which is 10 a.m. here.
Right.
And so by the time I was up, got myself doing whatever I needed to do for the day, and got on to like maybe playing some games. He was already finished work at home and ready to play games with anyone, so.
Okay.
They were always around, so like podcasts were just a secondary thought.
Of course.
Whereas like music recently, I've just been like, oh, podcasts, and that's a bit of a shame because I know there's a lot of music that I want to catch up on and want to listen to.
Absolutely.
Especially like find inspiration from as well. But yeah, I just haven't been keeping track of what's been coming out this year, and I went back and listened to this album that came out a few years ago that was. Like, it was highly rated at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was at the gym earlier in the week, I was like, I want to run. And I put this song on that's 8 minutes long. And I run for 7 minutes and then 3-minute cooldown. And I'm trying to run a mile in 6 minutes, but I run at 6:28. And like the first 2 minutes are build up, then it's like 5 minutes of song, and then the last minute is just a fade out style thing.
Right.
And I'm just like, this song is perfect for running to. And then, like, it got stuck in my head all day on Friday. And so I listened to the album on the way home, and I was just like, this is the best. Because the album's, like, really, really solid as well. Like,
right.
Really highly regarded in, like, the heavy metal community. And I'm just like, this is really, really good. It was Apex by Unleash the Archers. If anyone's interested, I don't expect anyone to be. But, yeah, really, really good stuff. I think they're a Canadian band, actually.
They sound very familiar. So I think they might have actually tried to. They've been nominated for Junos in the past, which is like
I believe
our Canadian Music Awards. Yeah.
Yeah, they're from Victoria, British Columbia.
Yep.
And yeah, very, very interesting heavy metal band. Female singer who is like actually amazing. Like. Yeah, because you don't really see many female singers in the style of music that they play.
Right.
I think she's an incredible singer, and I think it's yeah, I think their albums, well, just incredible. But anyway, what else has been going on musically? Like, I haven't really been keeping up with things, and
yeah,
like apart from Kesha's album coming out this year, I'm kind of don't know what else has been going on. Oh. Hayley Williams has been putting out her series of music videos, and like they're all telling a story, but I can't piece it together.
Really,
it's really weird. Hayley Williams from Paramore.
Yeah, I haven't checked it out yet.
Yeah. So, like, really good music. It's like strange concept. It's definitely not the same as Paramore. So if anyone's looking for Paramore-esque stuff from her, like that's not what she's doing. But she kind of took Paramore away from Paramore's own direction,
right?
As well, with like the last 2 albums, mainly because the original members of the band left after. Well, because she was signed to. This is always the weird thing, isn't it? She was signed to the major label, whereas the rest of the band was signed to I think, was it Sub Pop? I can't remember.
Maybe.
Oh no, Fueled by Ramen. Obviously,
okay.
Fueled by Ramen.
Yeah.
The whole band was signed to Fueled by Ramen, but she was signed to Atlantic or Universal.
Right.
And so obviously she was always the favoured person in that band.
Absolutely.
And they wanted her to do solo stuff, but she refused to do it without the band, and then the band left her anyway. So it's just a shame in it, but
Yep.
yeah. That's the way it goes in the music industry, I guess.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, she's got this whole series of songs and music videos that are out there. Kind of wild.
Okay.
Really. Very interesting. It's all like a big concept piece, I think. But she's been releasing tracks for like the last month.
Oh,
like,
wow.
A few days apart each, and there's like transitions and everything. But the last one only came out a few days ago, so who knows how far through the series she is. But
right.
Yeah, she was doing a lot of touring for the first track, which was called Simmer. Yeah, it was called Simmer, and she did a few versions, especially like on the radio in the UK.
Right.
Because I follow their YouTube channel, like it pops up, and I'm like, okay, I understand this. Anyway, yeah, sorry. Give me some thoughts about music for this year so far.
No problem. Yeah, I haven't I've been trying to keep up with a lot of it too, but again, there's just been, I feel like it's like we're in a weird stage of music right now where people are getting ready to release stuff, but they either haven't, or it's just like they've just only been releasing like one or two like small songs.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've listened much to Thundercat.
No.
So he's a bassist that does a lot of very like experimental like funk and jazz. He just released a song about a week ago called Dragon Ball Durag, and it's the strangest. It's so good, but it's so strange, and the music video doesn't help either. And it's like, what is happening? And then everybody else that I kind of pay attention to have just been saying that they're like at the end of last year they've been getting ready to release music, but they haven't made an announcement. They haven't released any singles or anything like that either. So it's like, what is going, like I don't know what's going on with people right now. And then there's been a lot of stuff going on with like the music industry too. So I know a lot of labels are just kind of, they're still trying to figure stuff out, and it's like, I don't know if that's effective, if that's essentially like holding people back, or if people are deciding to go independent. Like, it's like a whole weird, strange like mix of stuff right now.
Yeah, I think that's like one of the things about Hayley Williams' project that has caught my interest.
Right.
Is that she's kind of doing a oh my god, she's kind of like putting out an album's worth of stuff, but bit by bit, which typically isn't done. You put out a whole album in one go,
right,
and then people will consume it, but she's just doing the whole thing bit by bit, and everyone's still consuming it, and it's getting attention.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. And like a lot of the things I'm kind of enjoying a lot at the moment are the like Pomplamoose and First to 11 and Halocene that are on YouTube, just doing covers of stuff with like very few originals,
right,
which is unfortunate, but at the same time, like, it's cool to see people's different takes on popular songs, and that's kind of fulfilling my musical curiosity at the moment, which is unfortunate because then I'm not consuming as much original music. But
right.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah, no, it's yeah. I think we might have to just sit and wait a little bit more to see what everyone's kind of doing right now. But yeah, this is the first time I guess also like the winter season usually is pretty slow in general when it comes to music. Now that I think about it, like everybody kind of goes.
Yeah, no one wants to release at Christmas or in the months following.
Yeah. So maybe we have to wait maybe like a month or two to get closer to like the spring season, like where spring is in full effect, and then people start releasing then. But I guess we'll have to just wait and see to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Anything else you'd like to add?
I don't know. We went through a wide variety of just bouncing topics, so
Yeah, I think we've had a decent flow on this episode,
yeah,
which has been good actually.
absolutely.
And I'll totally be writing about that when I write about like the podcast coming to a close and like how we can just wind topics together now. So
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. And then yeah, I want to say thanks for coming on every time I've asked. And
of course.
it's just been a great time recording with you and just catching up because it's been fun. And yeah,
Man,
it's been a wild like 6 years on this
yeah,
podcast journey, isn't it? So
yeah, absolutely. Like I still remember when you were kind of doing the previous podcast, and
yeah,
I would actively like listen every time, and I still actively listen because I just love how you kind of connect everything. And I still remember the first time you asked me to be on the podcast, I flipped because I would listen all the time, and then I got to be a part of it, which was fantastic.
yeah. The Rooster Teeth community was in a different place back then. But that's something I've dwelled on so many times that I'm like, I don't want to do it anymore. Like,
yeah. No,
it's
like,
a shame, but yeah, no, I appreciate you like being around and coming on and just having good chats, and hopefully it'll allow more time in the future for us to just be like, oh, let's play some games.
Absolutely.
Just go for it, right?
Well, even if you just want to like catch up or something like that.
Catch up. Yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, I need to talk to you off the mic about that anyway. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for joining me this time and all the other times, and yeah, I've had a great time.
Definitely, man. It's been a pleasure.
And thank you everyone for listening. Have an exciting week. You're all my favourites. Goodbye.
Bye.